Listen, mate, I was looking for the 1-2. I don't really know what else to tell you.
So hello there everyone and welcome. Narun was too lazy to come up with a new intro style, so he made me do it instead.
Now that's strictly not true, and I didn't tell you to say that, so...
I don't even know why you still watch him.
Could someone come and turn this guy off, please? That would be...
He has a small penis.
Listen, I am a grower, okay? No, I bet you weren't expecting to still see this series in your sub boxes. That's assuming that you are subscribed to the channel, because otherwise you wouldn't be appearing in the sub box. Basically, subscribe, please. There is still no football globally. But that isn't a problem. The United Kingdom might be in lockdown, but football this week isn't.
If your friends ask you to meet, you should say no.
You might not be able to link your girl, but I can send you a link to FTW. You are inside, but the URL of this video is still... Nah, listen, never mind. Just get on with the video.
What do you think of Corona?
Shit.
What do you think of shit?
Corona.
Thank you.
That's alright.
We hate Corona, we hate Corona.
This just in. Coronavirus cases fall immediately to 0. Listen, lads, we're locked down. We're not allowed to go outside. It's a catastrophe. I'm gonna look like an overgrown nettle bush by the end of this. I say we're all locked down. We sort of are. Not everybody is complying. If I see any of you socializing in the park, I will be forced to assault you. The situation is getting out of control. I'm gonna have to rename this series Corona this week. We're only allowed to leave the house once for a walk per day. My head will be gone in 6 weeks. I can't maintain that. I'll have the police trying to get my name and details in no time.
Name and address now, I'll arrest you.
Right, my name is...
You're under arrest.
Officer, is this your first walk of the day? Me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
The prospect of no football for like 2 more months is actually getting to me. I'm about 40 footballless minutes away from getting FIFA 20 and setting up a game between 2 AI teams. Even important messages from the government got me thinking about it. Though, having said that, there are apparently still some games on that I can talk about, so I guess we should have a look at those. All I can say is Mondas Namaya. How do you even pronounce that? At least Morrison's are still bringing strong support to Tesco away despite the lack of football. What do footballers even do at times like these? They're basically unemployed. I genuinely half expect to see Sadio Mane and Mo Salah at Job Centre if I walk through Liverpool right now. How do you even keep up the tactical training element these days? Alright lads, so I know we've run out of games for this season for us to analyse, but thankfully I've managed to find some new footage. Plus, this game doesn't even involve our team, and it's from 1984. Even the technical side has its limitations. This is pretty much how I'll be practicing my kick-ups if I leave my ball in the park or something. The world and football itself have come to a grinding halt, and with all of this going on, all I can think about is Sports Personality of the Year is gonna be wank this time. And your winner is... COVID-19? I can't help but feel this new signing from Barcelona might prove to be slightly controversial. And with the threat of all takeaways and shops closing, we can bring you an exclusive on how the government's gonna handle the issue.
My sister, her boyfriend's brother, works for the Ministry of Defence. They're basically worried that people are gonna get stuck indoors without any food. So one of the things that they're doing is they're actually working on making a massive lasagna. They're making a lasagna the size of Wembley Stadium.
It all makes sense. The answer to all of our problems is a lasagna the size of Wembley. I think it probably sums up the situation when this joke actually seems like a solid option right now. I say solid, it depends really on the consistency of said lasagna. Honestly, mate, eat all of that and that's the unhealthiest Italian Wembley seen since Maurizio Sarri managed there. I love that the FA actually had to come out and announce that this wasn't going to happen, as if it wasn't obvious enough already. Anyway, the distraction from football at all costs has been continuing. This young aspiring goalkeeper has made their own homemade training drills. Honestly, this is sick and it's extremely inventive, but where can I actually buy a back fence if I don't have one? Please, I am desperate right now for football. The toilet roll challenge is still going and Jesse Lingard had his own attempt up his sleeve.
Haters will say it's fake.
Honestly, there's just something about this video that makes me question its validity. Some just aren't really as impressive as others. And then there's just the confusing ones. This footballer from Crewe Alexandra seems to have a colour-changing dog. Hello all, and welcome to The Beautiful Game, the segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love. We are back by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty.
Chris, you on the head?
Okay, yep, never mind. This is the best one yet. And that concludes The Beautiful Game. Over in Glasgow, Celtic decided that their way of combating coronavirus would be to play You'll Never Walk Alone loudly at Celtic Park. That will do the trick, lads. That's it. Why didn't we think of this earlier? Scientists, put the vaccines away. It's fine. Meanwhile, over at Sheffield United, they had their own way of reminding their fans to wash their hands for 20 seconds by comparing it to the time it took for them to concede against Sheffield Wednesday to then go on and get a winner in the very same derby. It's yet more Sheffield United housery. They should just keep the trophy at this point. Canada is still attempting to acclimatise to the coronavirus as well. It would seem the country is sacrificing multiple sporting events, including Euro 2020. Apparently, yes, they had a very, very strong possibility of winning that one. Listen, honestly, lads, what is going on here? Is that Victor Lindelof? I've seen enough. That's it. Just simulate to 2021. This is the final straw. But we interrupt this transmission for a special announcement. There's finally some actual good news. Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV is gonna make a video reacting to the AFTV dub memes. Now, if you don't know what these are, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how to explain them to you. I don't know, basically, whenever football Twitter comes to the conclusion that someone's won an argument or put out an opinion that is specifically W-worthy, they'll reply with one of these. We, for instance, here have had to dress up nicely to address this immaculate dub boss man. The DNA test results show that you are the father to this dub. Dub so big I had to join the... Oh, okay. Whoa, let's just calm it down. Don't mind me, mate, just documenting this massive dub. Dub so big I had to flee the outer stratosphere, boss man. What does that even mean? Mashallah, that was a massive dub, Habibi. Nah, this is it. This has gone too far. But do you want an escape from how terrible life is right now? Well, why don't we take a look back down memory lane with FTW Rewind, taking a look at what was happening this week many, many years ago. Not guaranteed to make your life any less miserable, results may vary and batteries are not included. Back in 2014, Chelsea inflicted a 6-0 defeat on London rivals Arsenal.
It's time to go!
After the referee sent off Kieran Gibbs. No. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. No. A mixed race man of some kind. In 2009, Sir Alex Ferguson blamed a defeat against Fulham on small changing rooms at Craven Cottage. I'm guessing the players were getting a little bit too close for comfort in the showers. In 2004, a game between Chesterfield and Grimsby ended 4-4 with an attendance of 4,444. And in 1992, Vinnie Jones got a yellow card for Wimbledon in under 3 seconds, which is almost as quick as Granit Xhaka can manage. Already a better free kick conversion rate than Marcus Rashford. Someone sign him up. Closer to home, Alphonso Davies seems to be setting up for a career change. Sky pundit and former Manchester United right back Gary Neville announced that all his hotels will have no redundancies, all his staff will take unpaid leave, and workers from the NHS will be able to stay there for free. There's no joke about this, that's actually sick. Fair play, Gary, mate. His Sky colleague Jamie Carragher seems to have gone slightly more off the rails, however.
Now, we'll just stop it there. And we go in a little bit closer. Now, I think this is where it might have went wrong for Liverpool on the night. Now, we all know Alisson was injured, and there's nothing really we could do about that, but you've got Woody from Toy Story.
I think that might be the best impression I've ever heard in my life. Elsewhere, Jose Mourinho's also been doing his part for the community, putting together care packages for the elderly in London, and he's done this while somehow looking like both a builder from DIY SOS and as if he's about to strike a knuckleball right into the top left corner. Wayne Rooney, in a turtleneck, might I add, has now got a column in the Times. His writing capabilities really have come a long way. But now, boys and girls, it's time for the FNG Transfer Roundup. No, lads, it's not even a transfer window and yet I'm here. Listen, times are hard and we've got to get the video to 10 minutes, alright? A global pandemic doesn't mean that managers aren't gonna still try and hopelessly buy other footballers. Arsenal are wanting to bolster their defence by signing a proven Premier League centre-back to replace the likes of David Luiz and Mustafi, and have chosen Chris Smalling. Live footage of Arsenal negotiating the deal here.
How much is this?
149, sir.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.
Staying with the North London side, if Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang decides to leave, Arsenal have got Chris Wood lined up to replace him. Honestly, that's probably the worst replacement since any other player they last replaced, actually, thinking about it. And finally, London rivals Chelsea are looking to spend at least £50 million on Rice, which seems pretty expensive given you can just get basmati from Tesco for like £1 or something. I don't know. Now though, it's time for Still 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is where we take a look at the best of Sunday League football from the course of the week. Was this from this week? I don't know. You've just cut me some slack. I found it this week, alright. We've got a Sunday League footballer scoring a perfectly good and legitimate goal, even a decent cutback involved. The celebration, however, not quite as spectacular. It's not really the Ronaldo, is it? It's a Cristiano Ronaldo celebration if you had no motor neuron skills whatsoever. Probably a yellow at least for the dog, isn't it really? Elsewhere, and day 3 of national lockdown has seen these kids recreate a mobile football game, but in real life.
Shoots! An absolutely world-class finish.
Technically, this isn't in the lockdown because they're all outside, so arrest these men. And finally, now I'm not gonna lie, this has cracked me up completely. There's a footballer in FIFA who, during the course of this year, has not only changed club, but changed nationality, to the point where he doesn't even link to himself anymore. He has zero chemistry with himself. What even is this? But that is gonna wrap up a loosely termed football this week. And if you have enjoyed it, then feel free to slap a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let me know what you thought about this slightly adapted version of the series under the circumstances down below. And if you want, you can follow me on social media. It's at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.